There was a garden where good things grew. Carrots and lettuce and sunflowers, to name a few. The sun would shine and the breeze would blow. The best thing was, they were all free to grow. At the head of each row stood a cactus. Those were good for keeping invaders away, as long as they kept their distance and kept their thorns at bay. About the same time every year, the garden was afflicted. Pestilence would pervade, and many of the gardenites became sickened. One year the bugs brought a new virus that was particularly petulant, and even more noxious was the onslaughts of the many conflicting messages. They must go to great lengths to stop the spread. Most all of the gardenites agreed. Yet some wondered about the cost of the freedoms that they would cede. The cactuses took charge and ordered a tarp to be pulled over the garden. To some this was reassuring. To some, this was alarming. It kept out some of the bugs, but also blocked all the sunshine. They were told it was temporary. They could survive until sometime. A few weeks turned into a few months. Curves and flowers were flattened. The gardenites quarreled about graphs and statistics until their stalks and their stems became blackened. Strife and suspicion grew wild. Branches of truth became twisted. They lost track of time and dignity until one day the tarp was finally lifted. The garden looked quite different. It was not a pretty sight. Countenances were darkened, without nutrients, without light. Many were found infected, and many had died. Some from the bugs that still got in, but many more from the thorns that were found in their sides. They were shriveled and gaunt, sure signs of famine, wilted and wanting and wishing that ramifications had been fully examined. Was it always for their own good, or more for the good of the whole? Was the whole thing good if it robbed so many of their soul? Those that were left might well have perished too, because growth was no longer of value under the new form of garden rule. They would no longer debate the graphs and best practices, because all that was left were the commands of the cactuses.